right. Now, what is a greatest common factor? One person not screaming. Carolina.
A number that goes into what you're solving.
Is it the biggest or the smallest?
The biggest.
All right, take a point. Now, I know, life is tough. Now, that means that they have to have something in common. And when we look at our variables, we take the lowest exponent. So they at least have to have one variable in common in a number. So what we're going to look at today with our trinomials is how we factor it when they don't have anything in common. And there's a special trick, and it's awesome, and it's super easy, but you really, really have to focus and pay attention. And you got to be able to, like, multiply and add.
Oh, never mind. We're going to
I know. All right, are we ready?
Why give me like 2.2?
Okay.
1.2. Let's go.
Shakeem has it. I put one on his desk.
There was something in there.
Yeah, it was like 3, so we gave
Both of them are empty? Madero, that's why we can't keep glue. Why would you do that?
Why would you freaking do that, you bum?
All right. Turn your paper. Huh?
Now we can scream!
No, stop. Will you go shut our door?
Yeah,
No,
we can
say,
release it. I got it.
Jamie, will you shut our door?
I got And we can scream at 3, 2, 1!
Alright. So, for the love, what we did before was we factored when they had a greatest common factor. So what is the greatest common factor of this trinomial?
5.
Okay? And we would factor it so it looked like this, correct?
Yeah.
And we would divide everything out.
Yep.
Now today what we're going to be factoring is x squared plus bx plus c. And it's going to look like this.
Oh, wow.
Where have we seen two parentheses before? What method did we use? Yes! Foil. Stop.
Not wrong.
But you're not
But
right.
technically I'm not wrong.
You're annoying. Love you.
That's the way I like it.
Alright, so what we're going back to today is we're going back to FOIL. Now, there are 3 steps that we have to look at. We have to factor C into pairs, see which factor pair adds to B, and then put factor in parentheses. It really is easy. You just gotta, like, focus. Now, in the top left-hand corner, I want you to write the words, our goal.
So it's basically just a learning target?
This is our goal, yes.
Instead of LT, it's OG.
Exactly.
Original cake.
Now, our goal for each and every problem is to find 2 numbers that multiply to give you C. So multiply to C and add to B. So that's what we're going to do every single time. Now, what do you think we have to be careful of when we're multiplying and adding?
Negatives.
Negatives. Awesome. Take a point. So we have special rules and cases of what we have to do. Yes. To find 2 numbers that multiply to C and add to B. You're fine. No need to apologize. Alright, now, I want you to please write example 1 to the right of this box, and we're going to write down our example, x squared plus 4x plus 14. So this is the problem that we're going to be using our first steps on, and we're going to use it to practice. No, I just lied to you.
5 push-ups.
14x plus 22. I got excited.
But you admitted that you lied, so therefore you lied. If you would have said nothing and said I made a mistake, then they.
Oh my gosh, I'll do my push-ups at the end. Stop.
Take the experiment.
Let me get my other notes so I can make sure I'm not making any more mistakes.
Or lies.
Chicken. I'm almost there.
Alright. Now, it says factor C into pairs, but what you have to watch out for are your signs. So we have two things that we have to do. The first thing is we have to look at C, and if C is negative, look at B. Now, is our C negative here? No, our C is positive 22. All right, so now we're going to write down what we do if it's a positive. If C is positive,
When do we have a test on this?
all factors match the sign of B. And I don't know why I didn't make my boxes big enough.
I can get markers.
Wait, all factors what?
Match the sign of B. Now, our C is positive, our B is positive. So our factor pairs, when we factor C, are they both going to be positive or negative? Positive. All right, so what we're going to do. Oh my gosh, Blair.
Who the freak is Blair?
In the hallway.
This should be
Freak is Bear.
this should be 24, not 22.
Oh my God.
I'm getting my 4s, and I know I never make mistakes, and I am today. That should be 24.
My mom is.
Stop.
Technically.
All right, so that should be 24, not 22. Fix it.
Hey, Sean, if you were a mistake, you were a good mistake.
Oh. Was I worth it?
Yes.
Stop. Good God.
I can never get these questions.
All right, so since this is now a 24, I want you to write 24 right here.
What do you mean, what's the 24? Hey, I only see a +2.
Got it from outside.
I just said it. I said fix it and write 24. I'm waiting on my whiteout to dry.
Blow on it.
There, now it's your 24.
Man, nothing gets past you. All right, now, our goal is to find two numbers that multiply to give us C and add to give us B. So please tell me two numbers that multiply to give us 24.
6 and 4.
Okay, and
8 and 3.
12 and 2, 8 and 3. If you said a factor, give your team a point. Now, they have to multiply to give you 24, but add to give us 14. So what is 6 plus 4?
10.
6 plus 4 is 10.
I got another one.
So that doesn't work. What's 12 plus 2?
14.
Alright, so that is our factor pair. All we do from here, write it in our parentheses. X plus 12 times X plus 2, and we're done.
That's it.
That's it.
That's the
That's pretty simple. It's
You
just a
did
lot.
96
Yep.
times 0.25.
Wait, why would it be 12 plus 2?
And not 8.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to go back over it. Now, we first have to find two numbers that multiply to give us 24, right? That's step one. So we listed all our factors of 24. Step two, over here, which factor pair adds to B? So we add these together and see which one gives us 14. 6 plus 4 gave us 10, so that doesn't work. 8 plus 3 gives us 11, so that doesn't work. 12 plus 2 gave us 14. So we take these and we break it into our parentheses. Now, why did I put plus signs?
Because
So they're positive.
Because they're both positive. C is positive, so all factors match B. B is positive plus plus.
Does it matter which number goes to which?
No, that does not matter, as long as they're both the same sign. We're going to get to the other sign in a minute. It's really not that difficult.
Leo and then Taurus, and then, what is Aquarius?
You're a dum-dum. Stop. So, we're going to turn this over, and we're going to practice on the back. Is everybody ready?
Yes,
No.
Well,
Larry doesn't even call it that.
Yeah, he is.
Whenever he does, like, he'll just stand up.
Or we're already on the back.
all right, on the back. This is 48B. We're going to call this example 2 because example 1 was on the front. And the directions say factor each trinomial. Yay! Alright, our first problem, and I'm going to make sure I write the right one down and not be a crazy person, is x squared plus 9x plus 20. While we're waiting, a fun fact about pi, since it's Pi Day. Pi is the 16th letter in the Greek alphabet.
That is all.
You would know. He only knows one.
And that's A.
That's cute.
Alpha, beta, cinnamon,
Gamma.
Gamma,
Pi, mega pi.
exception,
Totalitarian.
flamboyant,
Frederick.
I know.
Scotty.
Aren't those, ain't that in college? You did those dorms?
Shine.
Those are sororities.
Scotty.
Alright, Sean, please get off your phone.
How you know that?
girls.
I thought.
Okay. Alright, I know my Greek alphabet because I'm a mathematician. It has nothing to do with my gender, but just to let you guys know. Now let's look at this.
I could see it being better.
10 times 2.
Alright, 10 times 2. We're listing our factors of 20. 5 and 4. What's another one?
4 and 5.
We already did that.
2
40
and 10.
times
We already did that.
Isn't that 20 and 1?
20 and 1. Take a point.
Wow.
Now,
Oh, you.
we first need to look at C, and we did that. It's a positive. So both of our signs are going to be what B is. B is positive. So let's go ahead and write our parentheses.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Why do you guys know that it's 5 and 4?
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah! It's like you've learned something.
Wow.
Now remember, we have to have two numbers that multiply to give us 20 and add to give us 9. Swallowed a cookie the wrong way. Alright, 10 plus 2 is 12, so that doesn't work. 20 plus 1 is 21, so that doesn't work, so it's 5 and 4. Do you guys think you can try one without me?
Yeah,
Possibly.
no, I can't. I need help.
You need professional help.
Right, and not certified. A squared plus 11a plus 18. So I would like you to work that one out.
Easy.
I will tell you another Pi Day fact while you work.
Yay.
Pi Day is Albert Einstein's birthday.
No,
Wow.
stop.
That's ironic.
How do you know this?
Because she is a math teacher.
I have a list of Pi facts.
I have one on my
She
shirt.
printed them out.
They lying to y'all.
Okay, let's do this.
Were you around back then?
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry.
I
feel like Salisbury. You know who invented the flashlight?
No.
Thomas Edison.
That's not anything.
Michael Jordan
That's so funny.
invented the flashlight.
Oh, Scotty boy.
Oh, Scotty Boy invented the flashlight.
Alright, so, what two numbers did you guys get that multiply to get 18?
92.
6 and
3.
18
18
and 1.
Alright, now what two add to give you 11?
9.
So, could we write it as A plus 2 and A plus 9?
Yes.
Could you write it as a plus 9 and a plus 2? Yes. Alright, now, let's look at what happens when we have t squared minus 10t plus 9.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
See, I was talking to get 18. How do we know it's
So you always multiply to get your third term, your c. Always, always, always multiply to get the constant, add to get the middle. Every single time. That's a good question. And if you ever forget, remember to look back at the goal that we had at the beginning that we wrote down in the top left, where we multiply to get C and add to get B.
Oh, wow.
That's our goal every time. Alright, now, this time we have to look at C. C is positive, so all the signs are going to be like B. What's the sign of B?
Negative.
So it's going to be T, and we're going to have a minus. Now, why are they both negative?
Because it's negative. Negative times negative equals negative.
A negative times a negative is a positive, and if they add together, we're going to get a negative.
An M&M.
Alright, so we're trying to get positive 9. What two numbers multiply to get positive 9?
3 and 3.
And remember, they have to be negative. So negative 3, negative 3, negative 9, negative 1. Is that it?
Yes.
Alright. Which of those adds to give us negative 10?
Negative 1.
So we just write 9 and 1, and we're done with that one.
That was just simple. Just put the negative.
That's it.
On a scale from
Alright. Ready for the next one? Do we need to do another one like this? Are you okay? Alright. So now, we're going to talk about what happens when C is a negative. Now, we wrote that down on the front. We said if C is a negative, look at B. But we didn't talk about what we have to do when we look at B, did we?
No.
Alright, write this down.
You just said look at me.
I did, and now we're going to talk about the rules of B. Get excited!
Can you just ask the answer?
No.
Yay.
Take a point for your team for your excitement.
Are you for real? I'm
Turn your paper over, crazies.
I'm so excited I can punch Parker in office.
Alright, so if C is negative, look at B. So we have to look at the sign of B. And the first rule says, if B is positive, the big factor is positive. So of our two numbers, the bigger one has to be positive if B is positive. So right here, if 24 was negative and 14 was positive, our 12 would have to be positive, our smaller number would have to be negative. Because to multiply to get a negative number, you have to have a positive number and a negative number. Does everybody agree?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now our problem, our example is on the board over there, on the whiteboard, not on the screen. Our example was y squared minus 7y minus 30. Our C is negative and our B is negative. So what does our big factor have to be? Negative. Awesome. If you said negative, take a point. And let's write it down.
Good job, Karen.
If B is negative, she just told you no. The big factor is negative. So if B is positive, our big factor is positive. If B is negative, our big factor is negative. That means the opposite one is the other sign. Is everybody with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Or at least to the point where I can explain it in detail in a problem.
Yes, ma'am. Are you still doing that class twice over your hands?
No, because y'all don't remember that.
We really don't.
I didn't do that in my own school.
I appreciate your enthusiasm. Take a point.
Yes.
Because I'm a nice person.
All right, turn your paper over. Now again, we need two numbers that multiply together to give us negative 30 and add to give us negative 7. But we have a negative 30 and a negative 7. So our big factor, is it going to be positive or negative? Negative. All right, now what two numbers do you know automatically multiply to give you negative
5
1?
and 6.
3 and 10.
Okay,
Negative 5.
remember guys, we need a negative number.
Negative 3 and 10.
The big factor has to be negative.
Negative
Okay,
10.
negative 10 and 3.
Negative 10 and 3,
Negative 30.
negative 30 and 1, and negative 6 and 5. If you set a factor, give your team a
I
point.
said a factor.
Okay, you can go over every day. How about that?
Okay, then we get 2 points because Kaylin gets
Wait, I appreciate that though. I'm glad you do.
What's the Salisbury?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I wasn't listening.
All right. So now remember, we're multiplying to get negative 30, and we're adding to get negative 7. What is negative 6 plus 5?
30.
All right. What's negative 30 plus 1?
Negative 29.
What's negative 15 plus 2?
Negative 13.
So it's this one.
Yeah, I
And what's negative 10 plus 3?
7.
Negative 7. Now, pay attention to your signs. It's y minus 10. Why is it minus 10? And is it going to be plus 3 or minus 3? Plus 3. Because remember, we have to have a negative, so one of them has to be positive. And we're done. So it's really not even that much more complicated.
Oh, well, we have a lot more time.
I know. All right, let's do another one together, then I'm going to let you do one on your own because I don't trust you yet.
You don't trust him.
No. All right, E. E is in Eotato. X squared minus 4x minus 21. X squared minus 4x minus 21. Now, we have to look at C. If C is negative, we look at B. So what's our big factor going to be this time? It's going to be negative. Why? Because B is negative. Take a point. All right, now, we're multiplying to get negative 21. What two numbers multiply to get negative 21? And? Now, some of you may not have to do the factor T every time, but I want you to practice it so that you have a method that you use every single time. Now, negative 7 plus 3 equals what?
Negative 4.
Negative 4. Is that what we're looking for?
Yeah.
So how do we write this in our parentheses? X plus 3. Fantastic. All right. Are you ready to try one on your own?
No.
Yes. I'm out of room on this page, so I'm going to 48C.
What if I did that one on my
Yes. And do you need a new sheet of paper? Do you have another sheet of paper? Are you lying to me? No, another sheet of paper. For the next problems. We're not done, honey. All right, please try this one without me. Now, your big factor is going to be what this time?
48.
Nope. It's positive. Just a second.
She's texting Scotty.
No, I'm getting emails about school.
Hey, we go to school.
I never know.
That's a real Will Chamberlain.
Miss Lazarus, you got Rachel McCray in your classroom.
Why does it matter?
Are you done with your math problem?
No.
Okay. Alright, I got y plus 16 times y minus 3.
That's what I got.
Woo! If your whole table got it right, give your team a point.
Got the minus.
Now, can anybody tell me why I put 16 as positive?
Because you put the big
Your big number is positive.
Yes.
That's what you told us to do.
Alright, try G without me. Now notice that we also have negative 48, but our middle term has changed, so is that going to change what our factors we use? Yes. Yes.
We have homework on this.
Yes.
Can you go ahead and tell us so we can...
No, we're working on this right now.
I tried.
Some effort was given, it's all that matters.
There's 2 up there, so if you get done with G, move on to H. Sit. Get out of my stuff. It's my tea infuser. You put tea leaves in it.
a salt shaker.
Hey.
Oh, that's
Okay, that's it.
Are we ready?
Yeah, I have to finish.
Okay. No. It's all right now.
We would only have to go.
Yeah, you did. You got that one at the moment.
Well, you can tell all that from a moment. Not walking You must have done that. I am. I really very healthy energy.
No?
Step 10 connection.
That's not hard.
Oh, Chris.
Yeah, you're getting it. No. Coloring.
We haven't got that right now.
Yeah.
We're not going
Coloring.
And it's
Oh, no, I love coloring.
Yeah, totally, yeah.
I don't see. I mean, you have to do it yourself.
Who's man?
See, when the weather on fire, thank you very much.
I'm not even sure.
Alright, so before we leave, let's look at something on this page. And then we'll review these tomorrow before we start our other activity. Now, let's look at our problems. We have only had problems where A equals 1, where there's not a number out front, where we just have B squared or A squared or X squared. Do you see any problems that might be a little different than that?
Number 9.
And?
11,
And?
13,
And?
15.
Factor out the GCF first. So what's the greatest common factor of 2, 6, and 108?
Oh,
On number 9 was the 2. So if you factor that out, you divide it. What's 2 divided by 2?
1.
So you have x squared. What's 6x divided by 2? And 108 divided by 2? Negative 54. On this one, you factor out a 5. That would leave you with x squared plus what?
2x plus 4.
Awesome. Take a point. What about 13?
6.
And that would leave you with?
X squared plus 11x plus 10.
Take a point. And the last one?
4.
4.
Okay. And that would leave you with?
4x squared minus x minus
I don't know what just happened, so no one's getting points for that one.
Ah.
Now, this is your homework, and it must be colored before you come in here.